I've been tempted time and time again to create a video in response to so many events in the current political climate that seek to divide, spread hatred, and fan the flames of tribalism and bigotry. But after reading the headlines this morning, after a horrific massacre that was carried out by a terrorist monster, I feel that not only do I have an obligation to speak on the matter, but that if I don't, I may have missed a chance to stand up and refuse to be a part of a silent majority that allows evil to thrive. Make no mistake about it. This man knew exactly how the world would respond to his hateful actions. He killed innocent people in a bid to stir hate, with the hopes that his actions would create a ripple effect that ended in all-out cultural war. He designed his heinous crimes to be used as a weapon to divide, to inflame, and to destroy. Not just his targeted choice of people, but the whole world. He made sure that everything he said, every name he dropped, every buzzword he used was going to be used by the media to perpetuate chaos, and in fact even stated so in his sickening manifesto. He cited hatred for both sides of the political aisle and knew that he was in just the right position to accomplish his goals, and the media ran with it. They picked it up like a $100 bill in the gutter and ran to blast it as fast as they could for ratings, for money, and to further demonize their opposition, regardless of who that opposition was. Shame on them. Shame on them for giving this monster exactly what he has asked for. And shame on every blue check mark on social media that's contributed to the success of his goals so far as well. I'm not entirely sure when the world decided that dividing people up and placing them into isolated groups based on race, gender, sexual orientation, sexual identity, nationality, or religious affiliation was somehow going to bring about peace or progress. A 7-year-old could tell you how backwards that would be. And yet somehow as adults, we've all forgotten this. Our tribal views and collective identities have begun to override our individual ability to think critically, to judge wisely, and to open our hearts to one another, regardless of whether we share arbitrary or ideological traits. Echo chambers have allowed evil to fester, and this is the most obvious and blatant case. Tech giants, in their attempts to moderate their way into creating peace and inclusiveness, have become agents of censorship, demonization, misinformation that has destroyed lives and set dangerous precedences for the denial of free thought, open communication, and connection. They've aroused hatred for the unknown, resentment from those denied their right to express themselves, and shut down the very kind of important conversation that might have prevented extremism such as this. At an important time like this, we are at a crucial moment where our choices as individuals could affect the history of mankind. I implore you, in this critical time, to not give in to the machine. I ask that you stand with me as human beings and give those innocent victims, their fearful, grieving families, the only real gift that we can by not letting their deaths and trauma stand for hate, as this monster intended. Instead, I ask that you stand with me against this monstrous behavior and show that we as one people have the ability to rise above and let their deaths be the pivot that causes mass unity instead of mass chaos. We are better than this. We are bigger than this. Today, I ask that you reach out to someone you know, or even a stranger, and offer them a sincere listening ear. Give each other an opportunity to be seen as a human being instead of a label. I challenge you to put down your preconceptions and biases just for one day and allow yourself to see others through the eyes of God, meaning through the eyes of someone who sees only the soul. As long as you do not harbor hate in your heart, which manifests in many ways and in all walks of life, it is okay to be what you are, and it is okay to be who you are, regardless of what that may be. This man wanted to watch the world burn. He has given all of us the matches and the gasoline to do this, which he paid for with the blood of the innocent. Do not strike that match. Do not pour that gasoline. The time to reconcile is now. Because if we don't, it will only embolden those who harbor such hate to commit these atrocities again. It will lead to a world of war, the likes of which mankind has never seen before, and peace will become all but impossible to achieve ever again. We all have a choice to make, and that choice will affect all of us. My heart is with those who have suffered and died, and is with that empathy that I beg you, don't give in. Stand for peace. Stand for humanity. Please think about the things that I've shared in this video and share it with everyone that you know. Right now, it is crucial for us to come together and decide that we are better than this. Thank you.